Hello everyone, I'm back to share with you what I would deem as the slightly more intermediate to advanced tactics for managing your Google My Business account. So I wanted to start off by highlighting one of the top areas that you can participate in keeping your Google My Business listing fresh, up to date and strategic. So as you can see on my screen, I'm logged into my Google My Business listing and I'm going to go ahead and navigate to posts. Now posts are just what they sound like. They are like a blog or a news piece or an update. It really can take any sort of form, but you want to post something that's going to be relevant to your business and also of interest to someone who is searching for you. So as you can see here, this has recently been posted to. And so there's a couple of different categories you can see at the top of your screen. You have the ability to add an offer. So if there's something that you're discounting, or maybe there's a contest or 2 for 1, you can do that. You can add an update. A lot of folks have been updating their policing around no contact delivery and various things to go on with their business during the COVID pandemic, and events are also really helpful. This is something that you can make time specific. It creates another block next to your listing and another really powerful way to expand your Google My Business listing. And lastly, you can add product photos for that information pricing even. It really almost becomes a little microsite if you think about all the different things you're able to do with your posts on your Google My Business listing. There is a limitation on the amount of copy that you're able to write for each of these individual posts, and that's 1,500 characters including spacing. So I'd recommend using something like Word to start with to make sure that you've got the right amount of text before you start setting up your post. If it goes longer than the 1,500 characters, it's going to require you to go over to a website to learn more. And so you want to make sure that you're keeping your posts to a kind of short and succinct length. Okay, so to add a new post, what we're going to want to do is click over here on this blue icon, and you're going to select what type of post you're going to create. This has been updated recently, mainly because of COVID-19. If you wanted to post something that is more general to your business, I would recommend that you use the What's New option. Again, we talked about an offer that could be something in terms of a discount or special that you're running, but most of the time you're going to want to just share some news or promote something, and you're going to want to use the What's New option. So you can either copy and paste directly into this location. So I'm just going to copy the text that I previously prepared and paste it straight into here. And you'll notice if I grab this little section here, you can expand it out to see your text. Now, it loses a lot of the formatting when it comes in, so you may want to just put in some extra spaces just to make it a little bit easier for people to read. Most people tend to want to scan when they're going through things, so the easier that you can make the information for someone to figure out if it's what they want to learn, it makes it a much better experience for your customers in the end. Now, because we have this article on our website, I'm going to click on the Learn More, select that as a button, and I have a link to our website blog article, which I'm going to add into here. Then up here we can add a photo or a video. I've had one that I've prepared previously, so I'm going to select the picture that I want to use for this. So then we can click on this section here to add a photo. I have one that I've previously prepared that I can use for this. It will upload directly into your Google My Business profile, and if you want, you can use the crop tool to adjust how it appears. It's entirely up to you. There's no hard and fast rules with this. With the Learn More button, you'll notice that there are other options there as well. You can opt for folks to go ahead and call you directly from the post, which is really cool, and you can do an order online. So there's more to it than just the Learn More, but in this instance, the Learn More is just all that we need to use. Before you publish, if you want to take a look and see the preview of what it's going to look like, you can do that. Now it's going to show up on the front end of the search. I'm just going to show you the one that we just posted right here underneath. We talked about having this great stuff up here, the map, photos, all your business information, ratings, reviews. And then in this section right here, you can go ahead and click on that post and see your most recently posted content. So all the posts are there. You can go ahead and scroll through and just get a great idea of information points about your business and your services that you don't even have to link over to the website to be able to view. A searcher online could be researching to feel confident about working with you. And now here, they've got all this great content. Do make a specific note here. These posts are only going to show in this location for 7 days. And so you're not going to be able to count on those being there forever. You can't just post it once and be done. You're going to want to stay active in here and keep your posting happening on a regular basis so that it appears on the front end there whenever users are searching for you. So that's just a brief overview post. I'm sure you've come up with ideas about ways that you could integrate products or events, and I would highly encourage you to think about what do you have going on in your business that you could create a post about. Google looks at this, and so do your customers. The way that Google looks at your content is noticing, hey, are you doing updates with a certain amount of frequency? And does Google feel confident in sending traffic your way because you've been so frequently updating information and looking really active? The other thing that Google looks at in these posts are the words that you're using here. So we are looking at a marketing agency, and so the more frequently that you can talk about things that are relevant to people's search, that makes Google confident about sending traffic your way. That really helps you to rise up in search results and get more exposure and more traffic. So the next area that's really key and super powerful for focus for us whenever we talk with someone about strengthening their marketing is the reviews section. Now, you could take a look at all the reviews that have happened here inside your reviews tab. You can also manage your replies and the ones that you haven't replied to. So both of these are really great. Also another opportunity for keywords and those search terms to make their way into this listing, and for Google to understand what kind of a business you're running and what kind of search results do you want to match customers up with. So I would encourage you to not only put a big focus on getting people to leave your reviews, but to prompt them to do that. So here's a great one from 8 Web Design. Roz is very thorough on her approach to her small business with their marketing, highly recommended. We have those words right there, marketing and small business match up with what this business is striving to drive traffic for. So having those keywords in your reviews are really terrific. The other way that you can boost that even further is as a business owner managing this, you can come in here and hit reply on these reviews. And that's another really great way to have a really rich back and forth reviews section. So we've looked at this front end during the first video too, and this company is looking fantastic here. 5.0 with 3 Google reviews. Admittedly, that's a small number, but it's really important to work on building them up and then also to keep them fresh and recent. You want to make sure that you're not only from 2 or 3 years ago, but that you're regularly dripping out those reviews. That's something that enhances the trust between you and your customers. All right. So we've covered posts and we've covered reviews. Next are 2 other ones that I'll keep a little bit shorter, but are really cool tools within this directory listing. Messaging is a really powerful tool. It allows customers to go ahead and just click a button and send you a message. Now, this is not enabled from the listing here within the directory that you'll be managing. You do need to download this app to your phone, and that way the phone and the texting can be connected through your Google My Business. But how easy is that for someone to just come up to your listing and be able to go ahead and get in contact with you right away? It's a really powerful way to make that connection. I'm just going to switch to another Google My Business account now as we go over insights. Last but not least, I do want to just at least take a brief look at insights. Now, graphs can sometimes be a little confusing and data you don't want to get overwhelmed with. But it is just really powerful to take a look at the effect of improving your Google My Business listing. As you can see here, just in a 1-month period, we have 950 of the searches that have happened in Google have been discovery searches. That's about 68%. So that's this blue section that indicates customers who found this listing. That's 950 people who were looking just for the category, product or service that this business operates. And they could have been looking for fishing charter, they could have been looking for tours, all those different things that are within the industry that Eastern Voyager provides. This is a great number. This is a high amount of searches that are now being exposed to this company and are able to interact and potentially become leads for Eastern Voyager. You've solved the search for that particular customer. That's great. Branded searches means they're typing in words looking for brands related to your business. This is not relevant for this particular situation, but if you did sell other branded products or services, you would see here how many people found you through that. The other cool thing is that direct search. So Eastern Voyager would be typed in and someone is then easily able to find that listing, map, photos, phone number, and more. So that is really the power of being able to enhance this listing, focusing on keywords and using your posts as a way to engage those folks when they do land upon this directory listing. I want to encourage you to take a look at that. Take a baseline screenshot of your insights for reference, and after you've done some work on your listing, see if that improves and if you're growing. We've had some incredible testimonials of those numbers because this is prime territory at the top of a Google search page. Once you've got your baseline, don't be afraid to push into posts and do some content, make some offers, keep those reviews up to date. Those are really what's going to tip you far above and beyond what your competitors are doing and really increase that engagement and your conversion activity happening online. So if you have any questions, certainly feel free to reach out to us. There's a lot that we've covered here. We certainly want to make sure that you're leveraging this and using it for your business, taking advantage of all that exposure that's happening on Google.